even with 3 shots, being able to hide, it does not matter. You can't push the Trunk alone. Look at this. Just a huge advantage. Gadget cycled, and now it's super available for Trunk. That interaction is going to go the red side every time.
Charlie has a cocoon again here as well, so right to fend off any aggression. Going to need to pull something out of the bag now to stop this momentum that's on the side of WWL Esport. This would be one heck of an upset if they managed to win this one. 2-0 down, what looked like a convincing game or series from Reject quickly turned on its head here and brought to 2-2.
And we talk about it so often in the East Asian region, but I think this once again comes down to draft. I loved what we've seen so far from WWL. They had the perfect solution to chuck and bridge too far. And now in this one, Penny, my Lily wins against your Spike. Just wanted to put that out there.
It's nice. I mean, I wouldn't claim Spike as mine. I just think he's a really good brawler. I do love the little guy, but unfortunately, having Spike as your untraditional mid carrier just didn't work out there. One of the benefits of Charlie and why I think it's a very viable strategy is what we see in these replay cams. A lot of the times when Frank even landed those pull, Levi does everything in his power to land those mechanics, whether it's a super, a pull. Charlie has a cocoon. She disappears. She all of a sudden just gains a giant shield to prevent herself. And now you have Trunk and Lily as these bodyguards almost to protect her when she pops out. I just think the team play was really solid out of WWL. Everybody doing their role. Charlie is not meant to be a killer here. 1 kill, some nice DPS, all the gems in the world. Meanwhile, 8 and 10 for Trunk and Lily. Just a great tandem there, especially for a team that's more new in terms of they haven't played with each other nearly as long as something like a 3-year run now with Reject. I'm super impressed. Even if WWL dropped the ball here in this set 5, I think this is a successful showing.
It's so funny. Yes, it was a great team play, but in the end, Lily with 10 kills, Minzun did a phenomenal job. It's funny to me, Trev, that Kenny hates to be put on the spot like that. If we want to put him on that Spike pick all the time, he's like, no, I'm not doing this.
Listen, you should see this guy's face light up when he sees Gale. That's the real case.
I will light up if I see him.
He'll start dancing if we see a Gale. Okay. That's what I've heard. He told me that beforehand. He was like, he'll start breaking it down if we see a little bit of a Gale pick today. So
if you want to make us happy, please pick Gale so we get to see Kenny dancing.
I'm being exposed to all angles today. My ranked gameplay, my Gale pick, I just can't win out here. It's a tough showing for day number 1.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not being picked on. It's a rarity. Honestly, this is usually aimed all my way, so I'll just sit here and enjoy it whilst it lasts.
Yeah, you take one.
Yeah, true. Trevor's back at the desk. Sorry, I shouldn't even target you, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, we're now heading into set 5. As you said so beautifully, it's the first set 5 of this year. We've only seen 3-0 so far, so this is very refreshing. And honestly, at this point, even though I said Reject is going to win this one in my predictions, also on the website, I do want those icons and pins, but WWL, you got this. I believe in that.
She's pivoting. She's pivoting. Listen, you've got to stick with your guns. And Reject all the way. And Reject all the way, baby. They're my Valentine's love. They're going to go all the way. They're going to make it to the final, and they're going to win it. They might have a bit of pressure against them right now, but I'm sticking to my guns. Reject all the way.
That's respectable to buy stock right here, right now, when the pressure's the highest. So you know he's
and they've just lost 2 in a row as well. So
you're a true believer, though. And I respect that. Look, they could certainly turn it around here. I think Reject are still a powerful team out of all matches to go to a set 5. I thought this was going to be like a semifinals, grand finals kind of thing. Instead, we're getting it right now, which is awesome. But you talked about it a lot earlier. In this region, coming into it as a preseason analysis, it really felt like we had a top 4, a top 5, and then everybody else, whoever makes it through the monthly qualifiers, makes it, congratulations. Maybe they make it next month, maybe they don't. Instead, though, now we're seeing back-to-back matches where these surprise teams and rival in our previous ones in WWL now, they're putting up a fight. Maybe the strength of East Asia is just better than we anticipated.
That is actually true. Yeah, we usually talk about that in EMEA, for example, where all of the top 8 just rotate. We only had 2 teams in EMEA that actually made it consistently to every single monthly final. I think in East Asia, the competition is there now. All of those teams that you even called WWL, they're a quarterfinal team. They're not going to make it. I think they're here today and showing us a completely new region almost.
Prove a point, prove me wrong. I'd like to see this region become more competitive, because I've said a few times now, as you just mentioned then, I feel like it's a very 4-4 region. The 4 who are usually guaranteed to be getting to these monthly finals and guaranteed to be getting to the semi-finals, getting past these the usual quarterfinal knockouts. I really want to see this region do more, have more competition, become more competitive as a whole. And we've compared it to EMEA, who we do see kind of like anybody can qualify, anything can happen. And I'd love to see that happen to this region as well.
it is a little funny that we're saying we want to see the whole region become more competitive when they do have 3 world champion titles under their belt. But yeah, it's been just the top 4 every single
heavy.
No, I agree.
top heavy. That's the perfect way to put it. We're heading over to our last set of this matchup here. We're heading into Pro Bowl, a fan favorite, and we're kicking things off here with Pierce actually left open. A lot of tankiness in the Assassins banned out from the side of Reject. They want to probably double down on the more slow-paced match like we usually see them do.
I'm going to default to Pierce as my mid of choice, and also it's just an excellent brawler. We saw this earlier as well. You just can't pass up on Pierce if given that opportunity. Shade Gone makes a lot of sense. Out of all Assassins, I think he's the most frustrating to deal with on this map. I'm seeing Cord. I'm assuming they're grabbing something aggressive with it. And Max, not necessarily that. I would say a brawler that can be aggressive with a super, but Max oftentimes is enabling another brawler. So I think this is just a setup for whatever tank or assassin of choice they want as that 6th pick.
Yeah, and they're taking Cordelius as well. So, you know, if Reject don't go something, you know, aggressive, then they've done a good job of fending that off. And then as well, it kind of leaves them with a lot of options for their last 2 that Reject won't be picking now. So I like the strategy that Reject went for, banning out these kind of more unpredictable brawlers. The mean is something aggressive, Shade something aggressive, Frank being as strong as he is. I like the way they're getting rid of those and trying to calm this game back down to their level.
I'd like to say Kenji, I feel, one of the only aggressive brawlers still left open here. What we usually see quite often is Cordelius and Pierce pick